So we want to know how much we should be spending on Google Ads for our lead generation account and the sort of metrics we can expect to see in return from this. Now, this is a calculator I've created so you can see exactly that. So what we're going to be able to forecast is on the right hand side here. So we're going to be able to see the amount of clicks we can generate that can convert to a certain number of leads and then convert to a number of customers. And customers are defined as people who are revenue generating individuals, your clients for your business. And then we can see our CPA of a customer, the cost per acquisition to achieve a paying customer, and then the ROAS we can achieve from this account. And on the left hand side here is the data we need to input. So we start with ad spend. However, ad spend is the one we're going to leave as a variable. We're going to be changing this one so we can see how this affects our performance on the right hand side here. Okay, and then the average CPC, the website conversion rate, and the lead to customer conversion rate, and the average deal value is the data we need to understand, and that's typically going to stay very, very similar. Okay, it's not really going to change too much. So let's start off with average CPC. So ideally what we want to run off is historical data of your Google Ads account already. We want to see the keywords you are actually using and the cost per click for those keywords. However, if you're running a brand new Google Ads account, you're not going to have this. Best thing to do in that case is to go off the keyword planner and to input your targeting keywords you're likely going to use, and then to get an average from that. Then we need to understand our website conversion rate. And when we talk about website conversion rate here, this is the conversion rate from traffic to a lead. So from someone who comes from your website to someone who completes an inquiry form to become a lead, the first stage of the sales process. And then we need to understand what is the conversion rate of a lead to a customer. And as I said, a customer is a revenue generating individual, a client of your business. And then finally, we need to understand the average deal value. And that is the amount of money we can be generating on average from each customer for your business, from each client of your business. So let's go through and make a quick example. I'm going to leave ad spend empty for now, but we're going to start with average CPC. Now, average CPC can vary massively. I worked on some accounts where an average CPC was around £15 or around $20, and that's for like SaaS companies. But let's just put a more realistic average CPC, £2.54. And then we want to put a very average conversion rate of a website of 3.2%. And then we're going to put a very average lead to customer conversion rate of around 14%. The final one, we're going to do an average deal value. Now, the average deal value is what's going to really affect your ROAS on the right-hand side here. So ideally, similar to ecom, you wanted a higher AOV because you can spend more to acquire that customer. And similar to lead gen, having an average deal value that's high is more beneficial for your spending on Google Ads because you can spend more to achieve your customer. So a client I worked with previously was $8,000, well, £8,000 for this example, but we'll run with that. So we put in these metrics here, which are really going to stay the same throughout your account. They're not really going to change too much unless you do some stuff like CRO, conversion rate optimization, to improve the conversion rate of your website. And then you can also improve your sales process, and that would increase your lead to customer conversion rate. And also the higher quality leads you send to your website, which is done with your Google Ads. And finally, let's input the variable that always changes. So for an example here, I'm going to start with £5,000. And from £5,000, based on these metrics here, this is what we can expect to achieve. So we can expect to see 1,968 clicks that convert to 62.99 leads or 63 leads. And they convert to 8.82 paying customers for your business, and a cost per acquisition, which is a cost per customer here, of £566.96p, and a return on ad spend of a 14.11. So overall, that's quite effective. These are quite good metrics to be achieving with your Google Ads. However, there are some variables that can affect this. Say if, for example, you are sending some poor quality traffic to your website and you're not really getting a high quality lead sent to that. So we can expect to see our conversion rate to be the same, but our lead quality is going to go down. So we can expect to see this at 10%. So our lead to customer conversion rate is now at 10%, and we can see how this has affected it. Our CPA has gone up to nearly £800 and our ROAS has gone down to 10.08. So that's how lead quality can affect your results here. Then we can go on to a metric that's really going to affect your results, your average deal value. Let's put this down to half, £4,000. And there you go. We can immediately see our ROAS is halved to 5.04. So we can see how important it is to be sending high quality traffic to your website, but it's also important to have a really good conversion rate on your website. It's also important to have a really good sales process and a conversion rate with your sales team. And it's also good to have a higher deal value. So these are all metrics that are all interchangeable, but this is an example for you guys to use for yourself, for use to your business. This will be linked in the description, so please feel free to go ahead and use that. If you found this video useful, guys, please reach out to me on LinkedIn. I reply to everyone, and that'll be also linked in the bottom of the description. Okay, thank you guys. I'll see you on the next one.